Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Adriana Rico Dixon, a real estate agent in Utah living in Salt Lake City. Today, we're diving into a topic that every home buyer should understand: earnest money. What is it? How much should you expect to pay? And what happens if something goes wrong during the transaction? If you're under contract or planning to be, this video is for you. What is earnest money? Earnest money is a deposit made by the buyer to show the seller that they're serious about purchasing the property. Think of it as a financial handshake, good faith that says, I'm ready to move forward. In Utah, the real estate purchase contract, or Repc, requires the earnest money to be submitted within 4 calendar days of what's called acceptance. That's when both the buyer and seller have signed the contract. How much is it? That amount varies depending on the market and the agreement, but it typically ranges from 1 to 3% of the purchase price. So for a $500,000 home, you might be looking at an earnest money deposit of $5,000 to $15,000. What happens to earnest money? Here's where it gets really important. What happens to your earnest money if something doesn't go as planned? Scenario 1. You cancel during due diligence. If your contract includes a due diligence condition and you back out before that deadline, maybe the inspection revealed a major issue, you can cancel and get your earnest money back, no problem. Scenario 2, the appraisal comes in low. If the property appraises below the agreed purchase price and you cancel during the appraisal window, the earnest money is refundable. Scenario 3, you lose your financing after the deadline. This one can be tough. According to Section 8.3b2 of the Repc, if you fail to obtain financing after the financing appraisal deadline, either party, buyer or seller, can cancel the contract. But here is where it really matters for your money. Once a contract is canceled under those circumstances, Section 8.3b3 states that the seller is entitled to keep the earnest money as liquidated damages. That means the earnest money becomes non-refundable and the seller agrees to accept that amount instead of pursuing other damages. So if you're a buyer, it's critical to stay on top of your financing process and make sure your lender is on track before that deadline hits. If the buyer defaults, what can the seller do? So what happens if the buyer defaults, not just losing financing, but failing to perform on the contract overall? Under Section 16.1 of the Repc, the seller has 3 options. Number 1, cancel the contract and keep the earnest money as liquidated damages. Number 2, keep the earnest money in trust and sue the buyer to force them to complete the purchase. This is called specific performance. Or 3, return the earnest money and pursue other legal remedies in court. So that earnest money isn't just a deposit, it has legal weight. If the seller defaults, what can the buyer do? Now let's flip the script. What if the seller is the one who backs out or fails to meet the terms of the agreement? According to Section 16.2 of the Repc, the buyer has 3 options as well. Number 1, cancel the contract, get the earnest money back, and accept an additional sum equal to the earnest money as liquidated damages. Number 2, keep the earnest money in trust and sue the seller to force the sale. Or 3, take your earnest money back and pursue other remedies outside of the contract, like suing for damages. So there you have it. Earnest money is more than just a deposit. It's a key part of your contract that protects both buyer and seller. Understanding how it works can save you time, money, and a lot of stress down the road. If you're buying or selling in Utah and want someone to guide you through the process, I'm here to help. Let's make your next move smooth and informed. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real estate tips.